May the sun rise in the land which is more cherishing, more lovely, and with a glimpse where every corner has a story to tell, which is filled with splendor, sacrifice, and success. Being here, I feel proud and privileged to stand here and speak about my second book, that is Bharat at 2047, Role of Youth. When I started to think about writing on the nation, I had a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts came into my mind. But I felt that I should focus more on the youth. And that is where I remembered in 2022, when I was into connection with Disha Bharat and Samartha Bharata platforms, I felt that I should take a concept which is more unique, which is more creative, which is more of having more on power, and it must be an inspiration for the upcoming generations. So therefore I felt when India reached 75 years of independence, that Bharat at 2047 would be a great topic which is filled with that power, that idea which is regarding the youth who are to frame the society then at 2047. I feel to tell that India is the land, that is Bharat, which is having its glory not only with the culture, but also it is having its impact over the all-round development. And that is where I felt I will amalgamate all the concepts at most possible, where India is related to each and every corner, where every field is important for all of us. That is where a great leader rightly mentions, we must walk together, we must work together, we must try together and try to work hard together, so that at the end we try to get the fruits and enjoy the fruits together. I feel what is important in this era, that is the 21st century, is first the youth must focus on two aspects, the individual aspect and the collective aspect. Individual aspect is where I find that personality development, personality growth, taking out the ethics and values, the integration among one another is very much important. And that is where we can focus on unity in diversity. Furthermore, we can just tell that the collective responsibility is the forefront which we are taking it further. Unless we try to work with a team, it is where we cannot build up the society. That is where I have structured one idea, that is AIMS, AIMS. A stands for Avsar Kar. That means opportunities. Opportunities are to be created as well as to be utilized. And that is possible when we try to start working from the ground root level. How? We can begin from our own families and try to make it further move into our own societies. And that will lead to the higher level, contributing to the nation. Where I feel that if we take anything in a negligent manner, that is where we are going to fail. And a great leader also mentions that if we take these things in a negligent way, this ship that is moving further would sink. It will not sail. And that is where one concept came to my mind while I was writing and I was analyzing things. The then 1947, during the due course of time, we find that a lot of thinkers, a lot of people, a lot of individuals, it is not that it belonged to only one section or the other section, during the time of independence contributed to the nation in a great level. And that was the phase where they wanted Swaraj, they wanted independence. And now it is our time. It is a time of the youth to stand for the nation, to make these 25 years a memorable one, and to enjoy and think about Viksit Bharat at 2047. And this must be our goal, which is within ourselves. We find that we need to go ahead with a lot of thinking. Subhash Chandra Bose rightly mentions, we should have a desire today, the desire to die so that India may live. These were his words during the time when we wanted independence at any cost. But today, our role is to make these 25 years making a commendable journey which is filled with our own contributions, and that is where we need to lead this way towards the future, and we should have a desire for striving ahead towards the goal of 100th year of independence. That is where I feel I stands for Ichha Shakti. That is the strong struggle mindset and the confidence and the willpower that we require, because it is where we need to balance success as well as failures. And that is where when one tries to outcome all the challenges that are happening in the society, it is where one succeeds. And that is what is required among the youth of today. Be it there is a lot of hardship. If you see a tree where the fruits may fall or the leaves may fall down and get rotten, but these may be a way for regeneration of the society. And that is where I connect it to the third letter, that is Yam, that is Manav. Human power, human resources required. Yes, technology is moving ahead. We need to work in part with the technology, where we should not forget the values, the culture, the contribution that our society had. Once we were a Vishwaguru, and today we need to strive to make it a Vishwaguru with our own uniqueness. And that is what is required among the youth to think about it and actively use these platforms in all-round development to utilize every sector. Because when I was reading the books of India 22, India 23, India 24, there are so many fields. There's no one field where there's no development, so many. It is in countless manner. We can see a lot of fields are there and a lot of new plans and policies are being brought out. And that is where we need to be connected along with it and try to work with it. Work with the administration as the best means possible and try to bring out our own ways. Maybe at our own schools, colleges, workplace, and in and around our society, we can try to bring out a change. We require a right direction to move further in this manner. And that is what YES stands for, Samrakshan Kal. We need to protect our lives from all the evil forces that are moving in and around the society. Where I feel that we need to understand what is happening in the society and try to give our best to the society by either by our ideas or by our actions. And that is what we need to touch on every field that is possible. And as a youth, I feel proud to write on youth because we can see a lot of challenges the youth may face in this time, but still we can try to move ahead with a great thought and a great thinking so that at the 100th year of independence, we can see a lot of development. What is important is the willpower to make a change in the society. Two aspects I would like to mention is, I have given this book as a tribute to my grandfather who worked in the Indian Air Force and had given service in the major wars of India from 1944 to 1980. Sergeant Alex Moniz, I would like to remember at this platform, and this is my tribute to my grandfather. And I also thank Sri Rajesh Padmar sir, who had given the forward note for this book and try to appreciate my efforts in bringing out these new ideas. And that is where I present forth my book, Bharat at 2047, A Role of Youth. And I would like to thank each one of you for supporting me in my literary journey. And also, I would like to end with a quote telling that, take a risk in life. If you win, you lead. If you lose, you guide. And therefore, we need to not worry about the success and failure, but we need to constantly work on our efforts to bring out a change and to try to make best means possible of bringing out positivity and working at the ground root level, which will lead to a great success, making India Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat with the note of incredible India. Thank you. Jai Hind.